everybody. In this video, I want to tell you all about the things I like the best and the things I like the least from the brand Physicians Formula. It is one of the more expensive brands in the drugstore. You might be a little more hesitant before you pick something up there because you're thinking, I'm going to be paying, between $11 and $13 maybe for this face powder or this bronzer. How well does it really work? So hopefully I can answer some questions for you in this video. I haven't tried everything in the line, but I've tried a lot of things, and if there's something I don't mention in this video, it's either because I haven't tried it or I don't have a strong enough opinion on it one way or the other to name it best or worst. In the past I had done some like my top 10 products from this brand or that brand type videos, so if you like that kind of thing, you can watch some of those. Also, more recently, my one brand tutorials have shown, not only products in action, but little reviews on all the products I use, so that's kind of another way to get informed on one brand, kind of in one video. But I thought, bringing back the best and worst might be kind of fun here. So I'm going to start off with some things that I like a lot. And the first thing is a product that's been a long time favorite of mine from this brand, and it's the Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips. This particular shade is Waikiki Strip, but I think there are other good sort of shades out there. But why this is so cool is that you're getting basically 5 strips of color here, and you can use it kind of as a highlight more towards the top where you're getting some of these peachy, more golden colors, and it's nice and light and shimmery. But then you're also getting things that you could use as a bronzer, or all these can be used as eyeshadows, which I think is a really great thing. They do function very well as eyeshadows. Sometimes, a bronzer or a highlight might be sold as something sheer, and then while you might want sheer on your face, you don't want sheer on your eyes. These all come off with kind of a nice pigmentation that can make great eyeshadow as well. So I think this is one of the best things they have. I think it's a multi-purpose product. Other face products I think are good are the Happy Boost. First off, the translucent powder. This is kind of like a sheer highlight is what I would consider this to be. So as you can see, there's different tones in here, like some really light colors, some beige, a little bit of pink, and I feel like when you put this on, you've got a great highlight that is not overly shimmery, which I think is very important. I think when we wear highlights out of the house, I've got it on my hand here just a little bit. I feel like when you wear a highlight out, you don't want to, look glittery. You don't want to look sparkly, but you do want to glow a little bit, and you want to enhance certain features and bring them out. And so I think this is a really great highlight for the degree of shimmer that it has. It's a little bit pinky toned, but for the degree of shimmer it has, it reminds me of a more high-end product from Lorac called Perfectly Lit Powder, and I have a shade in Spotlight that I love, but this is that kind of a thing. It's not overboard, it's not glitter at all, so I think that's just a really nice drugstore highlight. And I also have to mention the blush, which I really like. I think this is a gorgeous shade for blush, and it's the same concept that they work into a lot of their products, which is working in a lot of different tones in one product, and what you get with this is a great shade of pink in this blush. And this is actually a dupe for one of my very favorite high-end blushes, and I'm not going to tell you which one it is because I have a blush dupes video coming. I'm just trying to find a few more dupes before I do it. But I just really like this blush, and I think that that would be my blush pick from this brand. That's the only blush I'm going to mention. Also, you'll notice I'm not mentioning a lot of just straight up face powders or a lot of lip products, any lip products, because Physicians Formula doesn't make a lot of lip products. I know they have some new ones out, but I haven't tried them. And just in terms of the face products, I have tried some, but I don't consider them outstanding or awful. So that's kind of why they're not getting featured. I've got some definite eye favorites from Physicians Formula. They make some of these shimmer strips, eyeshadow sets. They're sets of 9 shadows in like a little palette. It's very compact. You're not getting tons of each shade, but there are several of these kits that I've really enjoyed over the years. And I'm going to go back to one of the first ones I loved, which was the Smokey Eyes for Hazel Eyes. And a lot of these are designed to be for certain eye colors, but really, if you like the colors and you see yourself wanting to wear that, I say go for it anyway. I have brown eyes. This is for hazel eyes, and I have loved this one so much. I like the kind of mauve, purpley, taupe colors that are great in here. I don't feel like there's a bunch of color repeats. I think that the shades are really gorgeous. You get a nice black in here as well. It can be sort of a liner shade, and a great range of light to medium colors. So this is just one of those really pretty palettes. I think this look can look nice with really whatever you have on, but all the shades are shimmery, so you were warned in the title of that. That's shimmer strips. So I like this one for smoky hazel eyes. Oddly enough, another favorite of mine is also a Hazel Kit, and it is from the Pop collection. And this one, if you saw my review I did on all the Pop shadows maybe a year or so ago, this was the one that was the standout. This has kind of a MAC cranberry dupe in there. All the shades are kind of different from one another. You're not getting repeat colors. The pigmentation is great. You're getting fun, bright colors to play with, as well as, you know, a golden twist that you can put on the look. This is just really fun if you like to experiment with tones of mauve, pink, and cranberry maroonish looks for your eyes. I think this is really, really pretty. And several of these were not so well done at all. It's definitely, you know, kind of hit and miss with some of these eyeshadow kits, but these are my favorites. And one more favorite one to tell you about is the Nude Eyes Kit. So that's the one with the really cute packaging, and I talked about this not too long ago in my drugstore nude eye favorites video, but this is a fun one, guys. This one has your taupes, your grays, your black, and then a wonderful range of like peach to gold to champagne light colors too, and I've gotten a lot of use out of this lately. Very quick, you know, go-to palette, and I think this can totally be worn with anything. It can go as smoky as you want or as natural as you want. Physicians Formula also has really done some great things with their eyeliners. I really love their liners that come like this. They are twist up, so you're not having to sharpen them, but they are kind of like their gel liners, but in a pencil form, and they're called Custom Eye Enhancing Eyeliner Trio. This is the Nude Eyes one, and it came with kind of like a champagne, a brownish color, and then a black one, which I had to throw out when I had pink eye, so I'll have to get that again if I want it. But they go on super easily. They stay on and don't smudge. I mean, and they've got color selections for anything you might want. You know, you want to go more with the greens. You can get like a bright green one, or purples, or whatever eye color you're interested in. But the Nude Eyes Kit was more like kind of a neutral selection of liners, and you can see you get kind of like this light one too that you could have some fun with. So staying power, I am a critic of staying power on eyeliners, and these are really good options from the drugstore, as are their gel liners. Some people prefer to, you know, take a brush and use these gel liners. These are cool because if your little kid is bored and you put this in your purse, they could play with this like blocks because they snap apart almost like a Lego. But no, these are really cool because of the staying power aspect, also the creaminess, and they just, you know, you're getting a trio of them. You're getting several colors in one. In terms of what I don't like, I only have about 4 things to mention to you here, but I feel pretty strongly about them all. One is something I reviewed way back. If you've seen this video, you've really been with me a long time, but it is the Bronze Booster Self-Tanning Bronzing Veil. I kept this around for this purpose of knowing I was probably going to do like a top or worst or whatever Physicians Formula video. What this is a teeny tiny brush. It's a brush that's too small to be applying the product that's putting out, which is a tinted self-tanner with golden glitter in it, and you have to put this on your face. It doesn't make sense, like what sequence do you put it on? Do you put it on under your makeup, over your makeup? It's got glitter in it, what? You know, you want it to be in close contact with your skin because it's a self-tanner, but yet it doesn't make sense to put glitter under foundation. I mean, it's just a very confusing product. The execution of how it, you know, comes out, the delivery method through here is not effective. You've got to end up like putting it on your hands and then rubbing it on your face. It's a little bit orangey. I cannot really think of any reason why I would recommend this. It could be maybe a better body product than a face product, but it's marketed for the face. So anyway, I'm not a fan. Also, don't really care for the Bronze Booster Glow Boosting Sunstones. I have them in light to medium. This is one of those products where you're going to dust your brush over a bunch of loose, like pearl looking things. So you undo the cap, you've got a brush here and a puff, And then you've got these things. I've never been much of a fan of dusting my brush over loose pearls. I personally don't really get the point. Some people might just love the thought of doing that, but I'm kind of like, why? Why don't you just press that for me and make that into something flat where I don't have to worry about, you know, being on the go and losing some of those little pearls and then stepping on one, getting it smashed into my carpet. I don't know. There's a lot of things that could go wrong, but the bottom line is the way this product looks on the face, it doesn't show up much. As you can see, they're pretty light, and I do have light to medium here, but it doesn't bronze me up much at all. It doesn't really do much of anything. It's kind of like a middle-of-the-road shimmery powder because it's not light enough to highlight, and it's not dark enough to be a bronzer, and I don't like the pearls, so that's why it's on my worst list. Another thing that might, again, just be kind of a personal preference thing, but granted, this is my video, so I get to choose, but it's the Custom Eye Enhancing Mascara Duo. The mascara, I feel, is kind of average. What you get here, you know, it's a rather large brush. It's a rubber brush with very, very short little bristles on there. So I don't think this is an outstanding mascara by any means. It's a little bit dry, which I tend to enjoy, but it doesn't work wonders for my lashes. And then what they give you on the other end is something that I never used, and that was like a really bright colored mascara. If you're watching this and thinking, oh my gosh, I've been looking for a colored mascara, girl, check out Physicians Formula because they've got all these colored mascaras. But for me, I will never put something on my lashes that's going to take away from the effect of the dark, rich, thick lash. I really have no desire to top my lashes with a color in any way, and that's just me. Like I said, personal preference, but I like a good black lash. This was not sufficient really to get me the look I wanted, and then the colored end I would never use, so that's why that is on my worst list. I mentioned that some of the eyeshadow, the Shimmer Strips eyeshadows that they have are kind of hit and miss. You know, not all of them are wonderful. There are a lot that kind of fell in the middle of the road for me, but one that definitely was one that I did not like was the Pop collection for brown eyes. This looks like this should be really intense. Part of the reason why I don't like it very much is some of the shades that you might expect to be like the most intense really don't turn out to give you as much as you would expect color-wise. When you see something being marketed as something that's going to be bold on your eyes, make your eyes pop, the colors are going to pop, and then it doesn't pop, it just doesn't go anywhere for me. So that's the Pop for brown eyes. You'll recall the Hazel eyes I really liked, and I noticed a big difference in the way those shadows came off, and these just weren't quite doing it for me. I wanted to definitely let you know about that, so if you see this in the store, you're not thinking this is going to be some fantastically pigmented, wonderful product, because I feel like the shades are a little bit dull. I hope this cleared some things up for you. Thank you to those who requested this. I also got a request for a video like this on hard candy because I haven't talked a lot about hard candy stuff, at least not as a whole with its own video, so I will keep that in mind too. Stay tuned for blush dupes. That's going to be coming very soon. I'm just going to try to come up with a few more good ones for you before I make the video. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.